In a firm stance against Western involvement in Ukraine, Russia's ambassador to the United Nations, Vasily Nebenzia, declared that Western military instructors supporting Ukrainian forces are now considered legitimate targets for the Russian Air Force. This announcement, made during a heated UN Security Council meeting, highlights the increased risks for Western personnel amid the ongoing conflict. Nebenzia criticized the growing presence of Western military personnel in Ukraine, arguing that their involvement is due to the reluctance of Ukrainians to defend Western geopolitical interests.
Meanwhile, given the absolute unwillingness of Ukrainians to fight and die for Western geopolitical interests, the United States and its allies are forced to become involved more and more in this conflict, sending not only their mercenaries but also instructors, who of course become legitimate targets for the Russian Air Force.
In a particularly alarming claim, Nebenzia referenced a recent Russian airstrike that allegedly resulted in the deaths of 18 British Special Air Service personnel. According to Nebenzia, NATO has acknowledged these casualties, although this information has not been independently verified. If true, this incident would represent a significant escalation in the conflict, highlighting the direct risks faced by Western forces on the ground. The ambassador's statements come amid increasing political discontent within Europe over the ongoing Ukrainian conflict. Several European countries are forming coalitions to oppose further financial and military support for Ukraine. In June, political parties including Hungarian Fidesz, the Freedom Party of Austria, and the Czech Action of Dissatisfied Citizens announced the formation of a new coalition named Patriots for Europe. This alliance, which has rapidly become the third largest political bloc within the European Union, signifies a substantial shift in European attitudes towards the conflict. The Patriots for Europe alliance, which includes a growing number of parties, has been vocal in its opposition to additional funding and weapons supplies to Ukraine. The coalition argues that the current approach to the conflict is unsustainable and calls for a re-evaluation of European involvement. This sentiment is gaining traction across the continent, reflecting widespread frustration with the ongoing war and its impact on European stability. With Russia now openly targeting Western instructors and political coalitions in Europe pushing back against further involvement, the path to peace appears increasingly fraught with challenges.